Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're all doing super well. Have you ever had a race where you didn't practice for, you went in and it just went terrible? Yeah, well, that's not this one. This race and this performance is like Gordon Ramsay level of cooking. So this lap one, we're just going to get straight into it here. Strong. We got off the line super strong, really great launch. It's kind of a bit shocked by that launch, but I just nailed it. Could have been a bit quicker, but I just nailed it. It did fairly well. Coming into turn one, I am a bit sketched out here because this is a very, very fast lobby. It's fairly top split as it gets, and there's some really quick dudes in here. We've managed to survive turn one just by hugging the inside. I'm just following this guy with the draft just to clear these guys from the rear a little bit. I see a huge door open here, so I'm like, you know what, let's just brake late and just follow it in. Maybe we can clear it. If you look in the left monitor, you'll see there's a guy there. We take a little bit of grass, we hop over this curb, leave him the space, but we see he's checked out big time. So just trying to defend this guy just to see if he's kind of going to leave us be. He does leave us be. I'm feeling some pace, so why not jump a 4K guy? No bother. Let's ride the curbs. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 kind of style. He's still on our outside. If you look at my eyes, I flick down, I see his iRate, and I'm like, you know what? No, you can have it, pal, because I want to live another day. And breathe. Hope you're all doing super today, guys. How y'all doing? Hungaroring with the Super Formula lights. How fun is this? Really, really fun track. Sorry for the weather. It's a bit of a doomy and gloomy video, but it's a bit cloudy. Hopefully you do realize or see that the video quality is a little bit better. It's because I'm finally being able to record and race on 1440p monitors. I got three 32-inch 1440p monitors. I'll leave the link to them down below. They're really, really cool. I'm really happy. It took a lot of research to figure out which were the ones. Absolute game changer for video editing, for working, for all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it was absolutely perfect, and it's very funny to see how quick I adjusted to them because some things did look different in size. My FOV had to change. I instantly adapted to it, and it was quite fun, so a pleasant surprise. We're in P9 at the moment, just having a blast, an absolute blast, realizing how quick some of these guys are. I'm feeling kind of smoky, so I'm showing the nose, don't know why, but you know, I'm feeling locked in. Your boy's quite locked in. It was a very, very pleasant start to the race of this so far. Once all those initial moves were done, we got into some tough grind now in this race. Guys, by the way, if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to join the gang and receive a pint of Guinness in an envelope, consider subscribing, as I'd love to have you around. And to everyone who is subscribed, y'all are sexy legends, and you know it. Go look in the mirror. Just look in the mirror and have a look, and you point at that sexy bastard and you say, he's a sexy bastard. We see the boys getting a bit squirmy up here. There was like very little chat during this race, which is understandable because a lot of people looked on smoke, like significantly on smoke, which is pretty interesting.
My friend, let's survive.
We have some people looking to work together and stuff. This is a nasty track for off tracks, although it does look fairly simple. There's just so many places you can get off tracks, especially when you're driving at the limit. Now, I didn't have too much practice before here, but I know the car, I know the track. This corner here, I probably should have been taken in third gear, but it just requires a bit of early brake and an early throttle application that I wasn't feeling comfortable with. Same with this corner, you really got to time it well. Up here, I'm looking to do braking late in fourth gear, like this, and just trying to find my corner, bang, and just pin it. There's probably a lot of ways to take that corner, but yeah. So, I'll take you for a little lap guide here, might be interesting. And let's see what happens here. So, lap 4. Sorry, excuse me, moving on to lap 6. So what happened was there, I was basically just stuck in this train. Understandably, it's a really, really competitive field, stuck in the train, and I'm just trying my best to hang on to the guys' draft up ahead. It was one big draft train. Same, I have Norbert from behind. So again, let me take you on that promised lap guide. So coming into here, I'm braking at the 50 board down into first gear in most cases. Slowly getting on the power and just mincing it as soon as you get out of there. There's so much grip on that corner. Up here, braking earlier than you would think, down into second gear, just where the curb starts. That's my braking marker. Down into second gear, staying patient, and then getting on the power. If you're impatient there, you'll end up on the grass. I probably set up that last corner a bit too much. You can stay more right in a high downforce car. Yeah, there was no need for me to set it up that much. Up here, fifth gear flat if you're feeling it, but a bit of a lift in fifth never hurt. Or you could just keep it pinned in sixth. Here we have a car coming back on the track. Up here, third gear is nice to keep the car nice and stable as long as you brake and really, really take that apex well. So take a lot of curb. You can get close to that yellow thing if you loosen up your hands a bit. Dab of the brakes into fourth gear here, then into third, and you turn right. I'll get back to that when we're there. So now we've moved on to lap number 8. We're chasing P7 now. Obviously, we did lose a guy back there, so we went from P9 to P8.
Now push. Let's go.
This guy Vincenzo wants to work together with someone, which is pretty tense. I will say it was a fairly tense race, although I did feel like I had everything under control. But I was kind of wanting to catch up to people, and I definitely didn't want to fall back. So this was extremely tight. We were just like a sandwich here. I see these guys getting a bit frisky. I'm looking down at the lap counter and I'm thinking, there's only a few laps left. So if there ever was a time to try and make something happen, it's now. So I decided to kind of gently put my hand on Mr. Angel's shoulder up here and start applying the pressure. Just gently. There's what I mean about that curb. So continuing on my lap guide, dab of the brakes in fourth, over to the left, dab of the brakes into third. Do you know what works really well back there? Being calm as a button. Just relax. Up here, ride the curb, bit of a lift in fifth, back down. Maybe you can do it flat, but I didn't want to take any extra risk for the off tracks. As long as I was in the draft was the main thing. Down into second here, but here's third. So there was actually a great example of what I should have been doing. Take loads of curb, open the corner up a lot more, and take third gear. Again, dab the brakes into second here. Move all the way to the left and try go for like a late-ish apex. Here's me turning in too early, so you can see I kind of have to lift a little bit, and I still come out super wide. But we're okay. We're in the draft. Tough race this, I have to say, but I was feeling locked in. Having an awful lot of fun in this race. We're gaining on this guy Mega. Super defensive. We're going to just send it here. See if we can open up some sort of a switchback. He's on the ball. Someone touches us from behind. They get very opportunistic. I wasn't too into that. This guy here is defending. We're going to jump down the outside. Practice on that move we did on lap 1. Send it down the inside. You can see him in my left monitor there. He's there, but he's just closing off the door. He left the space. We're going to have a little look back up the inside. We're still on his right and we're clear. I think we've established we want to be ahead of him. So I'm just getting a little bit frustrated here, hence the throttle singing. But I do think he's faster than me, so I'm not entirely sure if I could get the move done on him. I would need him to make a mistake. I do realize my only main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1 on this track, so we got to watch that. Again here, bit of a lift, dab the brakes, over to the left, dab the brakes into third, weight, power. You just got to take it cool. You see, I didn't wait there, hence the double lift. Up here, cool as a button, nice. You can really ride more of that curb. I wasn't taking much of that curb. I think I experiment again with taking third gear here, but didn't really work out. The nice thing about this corner is, though, if third gear doesn't work, you can just jump down into second. So even though third gear sounds quiet, it's quicker, you know? And I wonder if the fast guys are using third gear in a corner like this, because sometimes it acts like traction control. Where with second gear, you're a bit hesitant to get in the power, but with third gear, you can just pin it. Again, car ahead now, I believe, is completely out of the draft. He's at 0.6, and we are really in the draft of this car. So we may be having a little look here. He's given up on chasing the draft. He just wants to get to that corner as quick as possible. We're going to have a little look. Little look. Little bit of hesitation we had in the brakes, as you can see from the trace. But I feel confident here we can get him. This time, I'm actually alongside him going into this corner, but he knows that I'm ready to go around the outside. We're going to try it. Let's go the whole way around the outside. Keep it on the track. We trust him. Let's pin it on the inside. Full confidence. No lift. He's still there, though. He's still there. He has the inside for this left corner. So I'm just trying to see a game of chicken. Who's going to back out? Who's going to back out? I have to back out. I left it until the very last second to back out, but I had to back out. Have a little look on the inside here again, just to see if we can get back up there. I don't think he was going to let us do that move again after the first lap. But yeah, just trying to stick close. And I understand I'm messing up the pack and stuff like that, but it comes to a point in a race where you just have to get a bit nuclear, if you know what I mean. Like, I was chasing him down, but at the same time we were staying in a pack, but all this fighting and all this attacking I've done on him has let the guys ahead get away, but I don't really care. I'm at that phase in the race where I just want to attack. Unfortunately, brings on quite a lot of heat from behind as we lock up. We have Norbert right behind us. We take a defensive line. Quickly our eyes have shifted back to trying to just keep ourselves safe. I'm panicking a little bit. I see he's in 0.6, which is the bare limit of the draft. We turn in a little bit early just to make sure we don't get dived on by Norbert. I'm at 0.6, barely any draft, so I decide to break the draft for the boys behind, just to establish I am going to defend this super hard. He moves out to the left. I gently move out as well. Brake super late, but he's braking late as well. You can see him on my left monitor there. Gently cut him off. But we're still out of the draft. So in these cars, you have to be within 0.6. As you can see in the bottom left right hand corner of the screen, I'm 0.7. Again, just trying to keep the car just, you know, hitting my points. That's all I'm trying to do here. If I could catch up to Angel up ahead, that'd be really nice just to get back in that draft. But, you know, bit by bit, we have a bit of snap there, just trying to cautious of the tires. So I decided to take this corner super, super easy. I did not want the tires kind of compounding with the temperature, so that's why I took that corner super easy back there. 0.6. It's not like we have no draft. You know, we have something. When it's 0.7 now, we've nothing. But yeah. Oh, flat out around here. I'm just looking at the lap counter now. I'm just trying to break the draft. Anything just to not give an extra 10th to that dude. Down into second gear. We didn't really commit to the third gear approach. Again, gentle brake in here. Get the car turned in. Slowly on the power. Huge snap of oversteer, but we managed to save it with just pure raw talent. Fucking Irish fed talent there. That was... if you're enjoying the video, by the way, guys, don't forget to go down there and hit the like button or tap your screen. There should be a little thumbs up there. Be much appreciated, as it's a free and easy way to support the channel. Like subscribing. Coming into turn 1 for the second last time. We're still trying to push on Angel. I know it's like I'm loving the top split races recently, because sometimes you get, like, we're still in P8. You know, we've been in P8 for the past few laps, but there's so much going on. You know, there's this game of cat and mouse. Like, Angel's trying his best to get away from me, so he just denies me the draft. I'm doing my best to get as close to him to get me the draft. So there's this pressure between us. We are most certainly racing. Behind we have Norbert, who is trying to attack us, but then if we have a closer look at the delta, it becomes apparent that his priority list is actually more of a worry of the car behind him than me ahead of him. So I don't think he's overly attacking me. If anything, he's looking to just secure his position a little better. Unfortunately for me, though, what would help is by getting close to my draft. So, you know, it's just this train of just vicious people with knives, and they're like reaching as far as they can with the knife to try, metaphorically, stab the person ahead of them, but they're just too far. You know, it's like brushing off the fabric and stuff, but it's just you can't reach them no matter how far you stretch. So if you could imagine a queue of people all holding knives, and they're spread like, let's say 4 foot apart, and they're all reaching out to try and get each other, but they just can't, you know. That is literally what this race is like. All right, coming around the last corner for the last time, leading onto the final lap. I break the toe a little bit, trying to see if he wants to come over. He's still not coming over. I move over to the right more and just want to break it up a little bit. He's 0.7 away, so I'm delighted I did that, because that extra 10th would have got him close enough for a bit of toe. We have a little, I don't know what that was, into turn 1. A little wiggle, and I'm just starting to take it easy now. I've kind of accepted that I might not be catching Angel. I don't want to bin it on the last lap, because we're gaining like 37 iRating here. Not that I overly care about it, but I would like to get 4K, as it's an interesting target to get, and to achieve that, I need to beat some fast people. So 37 iRating now, getting us much closer to 3.4K if we can land this. That's the thing. Tires are feeling pretty hot. I decided to take it real easy around these corners, you know, getting on the power a little later and stuff, letting the car get much more planted. Just trying to give the car what it wants. You know, just trying to keep the cars behind away. That's a big thing. Have you guys come out here, by the way? Let me know if you like this track. I used to not like this track. I remember last time they were here, I was having a horrible look, and then I just show up here. I showed up so late to this race with no practice that I only managed to get 1 quali lap in. Like I must have had 5 minutes of driving time before this race. Which is fun. I try to nail the third gear again as a bit of practice, but yeah, I need to have a look at the telemetry and then see which is better. Coming around the second last corner into the ultimate corner, the last corner. And I have to say, I came P8. That felt like a victory. We swooshed by the flag man, throw up a few virtual stones up at his face, and guys, top 10 finish in the top split race. This guy stops in an excellent position, rounding off our off tracks to a cool 12. Nice even number, that. So thank you so much for stopping there. I told him in the chat, I said, what an excellent place to stop. Guys, that was a really fun race, and it was even more fun to do a post-commentary style video over it. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this race. This was an awful lot of fun to do. The 32-inch screens I will be doing a video on, kind of like my reactions, what it's like going from 27-inch 1080p to 32-inch 1440p. So expect that video soon. I just want to take my time, and I want to actually use the monitors for a while and kind of get used to them. But yeah, quite a lot of fun that race was. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the track.